Hello, I would like to share with you my story of living with and then ridding myself of the diseases Crohn's and colitis. My name is Richard Berkeley, and these videos chronicle my journey to ultimately beat and heal myself of these very diseases. My wish now is to help you or others that suffer from these diseases by letting you know there are ways to heal this disease without surgery or medicine that in the end will not only rid you of these diseases, but improve your overall health tremendously. So thank you for watching. Now, I really didn't plan on doing an update at day 100, but I did do an update at day 90, and amazingly enough, I got a lot of mail after the day 90 update, and obviously, sort of touched people's emotions in sort of many different ways, but ultimately most of the email that came sort of related to the challenges of attempting to stick with sort of, the right diet, and how difficult it was to, sort of stay on a plan that could actually help you heal, this particular, disease, whether it be IBS, Crohn's, or even colitis. So I certainly wanted to address that, but more importantly, there was one email that, kind of stood out above the rest. And this particular email was from a lady. Her name was Carol, and she related these very same challenges, but in the end, I think she was kind of communicating from the heart. And what struck me was the line, why me? And boy, I'll tell you, if you've got Crohn's, colitis, and or really bad IBS, there is no doubt that particular sentence has struck you as well, because just reading it significantly struck me. And I knew exactly what she meant and where she was coming from right away. And while I was on my water fast, I was with a bunch of other people who were, working their way through different sorts of healings, attempting to use diet. And I did get in a very similar conversation when I was there one day. And there was a woman, she was there on, I have to say, a very significant health mission, trying to come back a very long way. And, I knew it would be a huge challenge for her, and she knew it would be herself. And, we more or less became friends during this mission. And before I even release this video, I'm going to ask her permission to actually talk about this story. But anyways, she was in that very same situation where it was tough, and she was going to have to be on this extremely difficult diet for almost 90 days. And, her weight loss was going to probably be in the area of 50 pounds plus, trying to stay on this particular diet to, kind of get the healing underway. Now, I know how challenging it is to stay on a diet, especially with, raw foods and vegetarian foods, and staying away from the things that have really created the problem in the first place. And we're going to kind of get into this more and more on our website and kind of how to get around these problems. But for today, those of you who are struggling, what you need to do is you need to reach down, and you need to reach down deep. And very much like this woman I'm talking about here, she was like, how do I get past this? How do I get through this? And, we had done a lot of talking up to this point. And I looked her in the eye and I said, well, Rita, where you're going to have to go is places that you don't want to go. You need to go to difficult places. You need to go to places that hurt inside your soul and hurt inside your heart. You need to reach for something, that is a far more and far greater importance to you, than the struggle you are currently going through. You need a reason to kind of get through this struggle. And I said, one thing I'm absolutely aware of is the fact that, you had a son, and this son died at an early age. And I said, and I know that rocked you, and I know it rocked your world, and I know you've struggled your entire life, and probably that is a big component of your ill health, is this ongoing pressure. And I said, well, you need to think about this, you need to think about this person, and you need to think about your son, and you need to think what he's thinking about. You need to take that, you need to take those feelings and those emotions, and you need to put those at the front of your mind. You need to reach down and use that to help push you through this. because I can tell you right now, there is no way he wants you to be unhealthy. There is no way he wants you to continue suffering. There's been enough suffering to date. And so I looked her in the eye and I said, let me tell you what I do. I said, I have 4 kids, you know, and I've got 23, and I've got a 21, I've got an 18, and I have a 3-year-old. And I said, and, you know, they're all older now except for this little one, and each one of them, as they've graduated, I've been to their graduation. And I'm talking about grade 12, and some of them are in university right now. But I said, more importantly, you know, 2 of them are girls. And, you know, at each one of their graduations, there has always been a father-daughter dance. And I looked her square in the eye, and I just said, there is no goddamn way I'm not taking my 3-year-old, because that's also one of my daughters, and that's one of my dreams, that I will be in the condition and I will be in the health that I'll be able to do for her and for me that I was able to do for the first 2. So anybody who's watching this video, and if you're struggling, you find some place to reach down. You find some place to go. You grab those emotions and you put them out in front. And there is something that you want more than, you know, having difficulty eating something. You can eat something that you don't like in order to heal yourself to reach those bigger goals. So I want to talk to you from the heart today. Get out there, find out what that is, you know, get it in front of your mind and heal yourself. You know, get down on that diet. I know it's going to be tough. I've been on it now for 100 days, and I've fallen down and I've gotten back up, and you're going to have to do the same. Now, many of you and some of you know my background at this point. I've been in the business of coaching, teaching, and helping people for many years, but it's been in the business of business. You know, I ran an organization where I had business coaches across the country. And the fact is, we never fixed businesses. We fixed people who fixed businesses. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back into my catalog of materials. I'm going to put together a course for those of you who are struggling, and it's going to be a free course. I'm going to put it up on this site. Ways that you can train your mind to help you get through these sorts of issues. So, you know, look for it. You know, it's not going to be up there right away. I've just decided to do it based on, you know, sort of the email and letters that we have here. But I'm going to help as many of you as I can by putting one of these courses together to help you meet those mental and psychological challenges, because that's all they are. You know, we can certainly beat them and we can certainly heal ourselves. So yes, why me? But why not? Let's change it. You know, it can be done. I'm living proof sitting here today, day 100, no more problems. So thank you for listening. I hope to see you on the next video. Thank you for watching my video. If you found this helpful or informative, please come to my website at www.colitisandcrohnsdisease.com, where you will also receive a free gift. Thank you.